Good morning or good evening YouTube, I'm back here with another video, and today is a kind of video where we're talking about the patch notes and also just a tip that everything is gonna get a bit power creep now, or at least you will get a lot of power spike here. We're gonna talk about that in the video at the end here. Let's just go quickly through the patch notes if you haven't seen them, if you're not on the Discord or whatever. These are the patch notes that will be coming tomorrow. And it's very nice, to be honest, it's very great. First of all, on Friday is gonna be Nikki Leaf, the limited hero. She is gonna return. She is one of the best support heroes in the game. And she is the Easter limited hero that we had like last year. And she is just fantastic. If you can get her to exclusive 3, that is her best thing. Then she will make your attacker do double cast on every cast. Okay. So let's just go through it quick here. It also says here that she's gonna be on the banner on Friday. Unfortunately, the other 4 heroes on this banner here, they are not that interesting, to be honest. I mean, sure, they can be good in early game and help you progress in Faction Abyss, but other than that, they are not too interesting, right? Then we have new Arcane gem here, or well, not new, but we have the banner with the Pupil, the Nemesis, the Lazuli, and the Amper of Eternity. Now, of these 4 here, definitely the Pupil is the best. You should set that as your target. Pupil is probably pretty much the best PvE game-breaking Arcane gem you can get for one of your support heroes, right? And you want to have one of those on each of your teams, and then you want to have 1 max, and then you can just switch it with the other ones, right? I have a video, if you haven't seen it, where I show you the trick, so you can save a lot of money, maybe $4,000 or something or more. Okay, so moving on here, we're also gonna get a time limited spirit beast cultivation event, which will be a new pet. Actually, there are a new pet coming, new spirit beast is coming tomorrow. We don't know any information about it, but we know it is coming, so we will have to see what it does in the morning, which is very interesting, I guess. And then we're gonna have the consumer gift event also, so that goes pretty much hand in hand. Now, personally, I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna buy the pet because, well, I am a pay-to-win whale, right? But I wanna just wait until the Spirit Beast appears in packs, where you can also get the equipment, so that you kind of double dip on that. I have no rush to get the new Spirit Beast. No matter how strong it is, no matter how broken it is gonna be tomorrow, I will be patient and get it together with the equipment, which will most likely also be pretty broken, right? You always need the equipment for the pet. There's no reason to buy the pet right away from this Spirit Beast cultivation and then waste a lot of money trying to get the equipment on the side later on in a few months. Like, that is just stupid, right? So might as well just wait and get it all together. That is a better deal, I think, and a better use of your money. You're not really losing out on too much by not getting this pet here immediately, I think. Ask yourself, would it help you in PvP or PvE to get better rewards, and what are those rewards worth that you would be getting if you had this pet? That is the question you need to ask yourself. Okay, now let's move on here. Time limited adventurous journey is coming, and we have some very good heroes coming on that banner. Let me just find the list here. So we're gonna have Mohammed, Kadrian, Jiaoxi, and what's her face? Antrepero, that was the one, right? So Kadrian, Antrepero, Jiaoxi, and Mohammed will be coming on the adventurous journey. That is a $30 event. That is the cheapest. If you're a spender, this is the cheapest you can get a hero. Meta hero basically is doing this event here. Okay, $30, picking one of those. And if you ask me which one should you go for, Jiaoxi if you don't have him, Mohammed also very good, and then I'd say Kadrian if you need poison DPS, or Trapero, well you need all 4 of them, right? They're all good, but I would say Jiaoxi just because he's very good to use. On the other hand, he gets kind of countered now by Gunju, so maybe just go for one of the other ones. Alright, moving on here, Guild Red Packet event, can't remember what that is, maybe some pay to win. Colorful Gashapon, this is the event where you can get old limited heroes for like $46 or something like that, I think. It's okay if you're a spender and you need one of these heroes, maybe Irato or Morinjing or whatever. You can get them in this event here for cheap. Then we have the time limit black market that's gonna come back. Very nice, always some good free rewards. And now to the interesting part of this patch notes here, feature adjustments. Added the new hero avatar to Arena Store, glorious animated hero avatar Felicia and animated hero avatar Felicia. Hero avatars require sand table coins, which can be earned in Supreme Sand Table Challenge. So this is new. This is a new way to get these avatars. I hope, well, I'm not sure, do I hope? Yeah, I hope it doesn't replace the other avatar that we can play to get. But on the other hand, maybe the fear of missing out will be less than if you can just purchase the avatars with some coins that you can get instead. Because some people might get unlucky in their matchmaking, right? And they're missing out on the avatars. Especially if you're a new player, this is a very good way, I guess, to give you the avatars. And obviously they are going to put more avatars into the game. Okay, so we can try and look later here in the video if Felicia already has the thing in game, right? We can see that. Okay, so number 2 here, added the third phase of growth fund, path to dominance. No idea what that is, but growth path fund is pay to win battle order pass, I think. So we'll have to see what that is about. And then the last one and the most important one, the one I'm most excited about. The attribute bonuses from Heroes Exclusive 4 and 5 are now displayed in the Hero Attribute Details interface. I'm gonna show you right now what that means, just a moment. Right, so we're in the game now, we're in the game here, and you can see this number up in the left corner, 3704 power. Now after tomorrow, I guarantee you that your number will be a lot higher than you're seeing it now. And that's a very very easy explanation for that. HP is giving a lot of power stat, okay? And some of these heroes here, they will be getting a lot of hero health tomorrow. Let me just show you here. So if you take someone like Boreas, for example, I don't know if you have him exclusive 4 or 5, right? But if you have him, and this is just one example, right? You can see at exclusive 4, he's gaining 10% max HP. Not HP rate, but max HP. Do you know what that means? That is this number here. So if you have 1.5 million HP and you get 10% added on that, which is the max HP, it's gonna be 150k HP on top of that, meaning he will have 1.65k million, whatever it is, HP, right? That's a big number. And that's good, right? But that is for all of these heroes here. You can see Nikkileaf also has the 10% max HP. I think Muhammad might have the 10% max HP, and Penny has it. So if you have any of these heroes here, all of them will get like 10% more max HP. Now for the damage dealers, they're actually getting 10% attack here. It doesn't say it's attack rate either, so I don't know if that is an actual attack or not. But I can show you here in game that the 10% is actually 10%. It's not 10% of the rating, right? We can show it real quick here. Just remove the echo. And then we're going to go in here in the boss. We're going to go to the guild boss here. I've already set up a team here, right? I have Boreas here. And you can see with Boreas here, we just removed the aura. So he doesn't have the aura on. And you can see his HP up there, 1.23 million. And if you go into the game, he should get 10% added to that, which would be 120k on top. Let's see how much he has now. 1.362, which is exactly or around the 120k HP, right? So that is 10% max HP from his E4. Now the difference here is that right now it's only gonna increase it once you get into the battle, but from tomorrow, and the reason I removed this echo is because it gives HP, right? From tomorrow, it's gonna come on this screen here. We don't know how that's gonna work. Like we haven't had this max HP stat before, so on this screen here, right? So it's gonna be interesting to see how that works, right? There are some auras that give it, like this one here. Hit Grandmaster aura, actually 27% HP. which is one of the reasons I removed it in the test also, because it's gonna give you more HP in game. But yeah, it's gonna be, I mean, a lot of your heroes will have a lot better stats tomorrow, to be honest. Some of them are getting more crit damage as well, and attack and effect hit and healing and shielding and all that good stuff, right? So that is very exciting for me. I think that is great. If you have any E4 or E5 heroes tomorrow, they're gonna look a lot better, right? Like, imagine you have your Guanju here and you're gonna get 20% extra mastery tomorrow. You're gonna have almost 300% mastery then. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy, right? Okay, so I think that's what I want to talk about today. It's just that you need to be mindful. Just one more thing actually before we stop here, right? If you have someone like Guanju, Iratu, and Boreas pretty close to each other with the HP, right? You can see mine here is like 1.4, 1.49, 1.47, right? Let's imagine that these two here, you want to have Boreas having the most HP, right? So if you filter it here by HP, you want to have Boreas have that. Now let's imagine that I had him at exclusive 3 only, so he would not get the 10% added, right? And then you have someone like Guanju here. When he gets his 10% max HP tomorrow, if Boreas didn't get it, Guanju will have more HP initially than Boreas, which means that Boreas passive won't work anymore, like the piercing rate and the immune to control effects, it won't work. So just be careful of that, okay? And the same thing can actually be said with the Felicia situation, because she needs to have most crit damage and crit rate to be CC immune, right? But if you have that, and then you have Marie coming in with a 20% more crit damage, your Marie might have more crit damage than Felicia all of a sudden, if you don't have Felicia at E5 as well, or E5 as well, right? Like I only have her E4, right? You can see here, for example, in my example, she won't get it, but Marie will get 20% extra crit damage tomorrow. But luckily for me, you can see my Marie has 406% and my Felicia has 436 actually, so that's 30% more. It's not going to be a problem for me. My Felicia will still have 10% more, but you can clearly see that that can be an issue for your team, right? So just be careful of that, keep an eye out for it, and yeah, have a good evening guys, cheers, bye.